I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. What a statement. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. If you're watching this, I want you to write those words in the comments. I love my wife. I love my wife. Do you hear that slip? I love my wife. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. It's a statement that one could say without really knowing what they mean, without really meaning anything in particular. What would it mean to love one's life? How does that love take form in action? I love my life. I love my life. I've come to have the desire to have a fully loving life where my entire life is lived from a place where love is in the forefront of my mind. This is how I've chosen to move forward in life, loving my life such that everything I do comes from a place of love. It comes from not just a generalized place of love, but I have language to describe exactly the places of love it comes from. So I love my life is one of the ways I anchor my perception about love. And first I love my life, then I love myself, then I love my people, then I love my place, and all of that becomes how I operate from a place of love. But it starts with I love my life. The fact that I am living, I love that I have life. And the way that I love having life is by living it fully. I love my life by using it to fulfill my unique purpose. I love my life by using it. How does one love their life? I'm going to say right now, I love it by using it. I love my life by using it. How do you use your life? I bet it's hard to answer. I bet most of you are thinking, wait a minute, how do I use my life? It seems like things in my life are using me. They're using up my strength, my energy, my patience. Niggas is using my patience. My life, my work is using all of what I've got left. But how do you use it? How do you love your life by using it specifically? You know, you've been given lots of gifts. And I think the way to have a loving disposition about what you've been given is to use those gifts, right? The using of it. You've been given the opportunity to live in the physical. Now, let me remind you before we go on, you're not really your physicality. You have a physicality that allows you to live in the physical. But how do you use that opportunity to be alive? How do you use it? I would offer that maybe we have the opportunity to live, to love our life by using our life to fully express and experience from your unique perspective. So just say the words a few times. I love my life. I love my life. But I want you to see yourself as a person who's fully using it. Using this opportunity to be alive, to be in the physical, to do something specific. I'm going to use this life to fully experience everything I can from the physical. And I'm going to use this life to fully express everything I can from my unique vantage point. I love my life. 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 Maybe say it a few times, even silently. I love my life. Son Done One, what's up? Nathaniel, Sarah, what's up? I love my life. I love my life. I love it. And because I love it, what I'm going to do with it is use it to fully express my uniqueness and fully experience everything I can in this life. That's how I'm going to use it. I'm not going to let things go that I could have experienced, and I'm not going to hold back from expressing things that I could have expressed. I love my life. I love my life by using it. I love my life. How could you more fully use your life? How could you more fully be expressing your uniqueness in this life? Just think about it for a second. Are you fully expressing your uniqueness? Have you just wrung it all out? Everything there is to express from your particular vantage point, have you expressed it all? If not, there's an opportunity to love your life more fully by expressing more fully. Have you experienced everything that you could have? Have you just gone and done it all? Everything you had the opportunity to do, have you experienced it all from your unique perspective? This one opportunity you got as this particular version of yourself in this physicality, have you experienced it all? Or have you left some stuff on the table because of some false belief that maybe you need to leave it on the table? Maybe there's not enough to go around. Maybe it's not fair if you experience it all. Other people might not be experiencing it. Have you loved your life fully by fully experiencing and fully expressing from your unique vantage point? If you haven't, just think about ways that you could. How else could you fully express yourself in this life? Hold on to that one for a second. How could you more fully express yourself and therefore love your life through your expression? Just hold on to that for a second. Think about it. And then say the words, even if you don't have an answer yet. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. Now be thinking about full expression. I love my life. I love my life. I love expressing myself in the way that I do in this life. I love my life. I love my life. I love expressing myself in this way. As you say it, what do you see? What is the full expression of who you are? What is a more full expression of who you are, of your uniqueness, of your purpose? What does it look like? What does it look like? Think about it. I love my life, Tanya. I love my life. Are you fully expressing your uniqueness? If not, what would it look like to more fully express your uniqueness, your purpose for being here? What would that look like? See yourself doing it. Let's spend a moment seeing ourselves being fully expressive. And then I want you to feel what it is to love that you've decided to do that. To love the consequence of having done that. To love the ways in which, man, classic Moses. Miles, how you doing, brother? I love my life. What if the love you have for your life, for being alive, took the form of you more fully expressing your uniqueness? What would it look like to more fully express who you are and why you are the way you are and why you're here? What would it look like to more fully express? See yourself doing it and then feel what it would feel like to more fully express yourself. That means to have gotten things out of the way that stop you from fully expressing yourself. To have owned the part of you maybe you've put aside because you don't want to be too big, too large, too grand, stand out too much. What if you put all that aside and you decided to show up fully and fully express your uniqueness because you realize there's no other reason for you to exist other than to express your milesness? And any suppression of that, any diminishment of that is contrary to the reason you exist. It's not a full expression of the love you have for being alive. But I love my life. See yourself doing it. Fully expressing. And feeling good about it. Feeling the intrinsic reward of being more of you. One Village, what's happening? Do you fully express your uniqueness? The other side of that is because you are here not only to express, but to experience all that life has to give you in your unique perspective. Are you fully experiencing it, or have you closed off life in some way where you only get a sliver of it? How could you more open up your experience in this life and therefore love your life more fully by deciding to experience all of it from this perspective? Instead of leaving any experiences on the table, what experiences have you left on the table? What experiences have you turned away from because maybe the person you spend most of your time with might be less than comfortable with you having that experience? Have you loved some association more than you loved your life and the opportunity you have to live it? Let's switch gears and envision ourselves fully experiencing everything we wanted to experience, even if we wanted to quietly. Even if we haven't been able to say those things aloud that we really want to experience something, all of those things, what if we decided to let all that in and say, you know what, I'm only here to express and to experience. I'm going to love this life, love my life by experiencing and expressing all of it. Let's imagine yourself experiencing it all the things that anyone, your parents may have told you, you shouldn't experience that. Your community may have told you, no, we don't experience that. We don't do that. Your community may have put some sort of boundaries on you, some limitations on you that stopped you from experiencing fully what life has to offer. Maybe your relationship has been fragile, so you've been limited in how much you've decided to allow yourself to experience. Human imagination, welcome. What if you let it all in, decided to experience it all? What if you did that? Let's imagine ourselves fully letting all the experiences that are available to us all the way in, so we, from this unique vantage point, could experience it all because we're alive. Why else would we be here other than to experience it all and to express it all? Say the words with me. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. And as you say it, I want you to see yourself experiencing all the things that life has for you to experience, all of them, and loving that you get to experience all of it. Loving that you've taken the brakes off. Loving that you've decided that your own experience is more important than someone else's being satisfied with you curtailing yourself just to the right amount. I love my life because I get to experience it all. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I love that I express it all. I experience it all. I'm free. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I love how freely I express. I love how freely I experience. I love that I can feel that now I'm lined up with the whole purpose of existence, the whole purpose for there to be this seemingly separate vantage point that I refer to as Wayne. Why would that even be? So that I can offer the uniqueness that is this Wayne-ness, and that I can experience life from the perspective of this unique configuration that we call Wayne. And I love that I finally figured that out. And I love that I now, in being as free as I am, give everyone around me the permission to be as free as I've been. I love my life. I'm a beacon of freedom. I give permission to be free. My life encourages further expression of freedom. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I love the way that people see me being free and they decide they can be free too. I love it. I love the way that feels. I love all the things I get to experience because I'm free. I love my life. I love life itself. How varied it's become now that I've let it all in. I love all the little things about who I am that I'm discovering now that I've taken the bumpers off. I've taken the restrictions off. Life feels different. It moves at a different pace. It slows down and speeds up as I pay attention to its ways, its movements. I love that. I love my life. I love all the people I've been open to meeting because I've decided to just stretch my boundaries. I love that. I love life. I love my life. I love how something that once seemed like a solution now seems like an impediment. I love that life can be that way. I love that I can find something that feels like an answer to a really persistent problem, live inside of that answer, and then later on realize that answer is no longer an answer to anything. It was something I needed at one point, and now I realize it's really coming to a place where it's behind me, and it's time to move on from what was once the answer. It's just led me to a new question. I love that about my life. I love how I'm not really bound to anything. Nothing holds me in one place too long, other than my continued desire to fully express and fully experience. There's 2 leaks in my roof right now in my house. And we've been exploring getting a new roof put on. So as I began to explore getting a new roof put on, I met someone who was fixing my neighbor's roof across the street. Kevin's roof was getting done, and the guy did a great job. I could see it. And Kevin said, man, I heard you at the meeting last night saying you need to get your roof fixed. Can I send my roofer over to you? I said, yeah, send him over. And I thought, that's amazing. I mentioned I need something. It starts to come to me. So he comes over, and I really like the guy. We strike a great conversation. And I realized in that moment, I don't really want to look any further beyond this person to fix my roof. I trust this guy. It seems right. There's something about him that feels right. As he's talking about the roof, I'm learning. And I always appreciate people that educate me as they're talking, and just felt good. Like, you know what? I found a solution. As he decided to go up on the roof a few days later and look around, and he saw, wait a minute, you guys have solar hot water heating. Well, that's going to have to come off for us to put the new roof on, and then we can put that back on. But I got a solution for it. I thought, okay, cool. What's the solution? I have a plumber guy. I'm going to tell him what needs to happen, and I'll have him give us a quote. I said, all right, so it seems like everything's still being handled. My solution is still working. Here, it's still in play. I meet the plumber. The plumber says, yeah, you know what? Well, whoever installed that solar hot water heater, well, they put it on in a way that's easier for them to put on and faster. But every time they do that, it makes these things unmovable. If you move them, you break them. And you got to start over. So just get ready for an extra $5,000 to fix it. And the other problem is, that this particular solar hot water scenario means you had to get a particular solar hot water heater, which is set up in a very particular way, and they work together. And once you break one, you can't just have that one here with the normal situation. It doesn't work anymore. You got to get a new hot water heater. But when you get the new hot water heater, you have multiple units or one unit. Well, multiple. Okay, you know what? You might want to get a gas system instead of electric, because you don't want to run that electric. Electric's expensive here in Hawaii, so you got to get your gas. I said, okay, well, just do it, man. Do whatever you do. Do it. Put it together. Well, got to get the gas company to come out, make sure that where we want to put the tank, they can put the tank. So call them, get them to set it up. I said, okay. Call the gas company. Gas company comes out. I said, hey, man, where are we going to put it? I had a great conversation with the gas guy. Amazing. And he says, well, we can put it here, but I need you to pour a slab first. At every turn, what seemed like the original solution got more and more and more complicated. So I came in the house and said, babe, I'd rather just keep the leak. And she said, okay. And I didn't look at her. I didn't want to make a big deal of it, but I thought, all of this journey, this exploration it all felt right until it didn't. And then I said, that's it. I don't care. I'd rather just keep the damn leaks in my roof. And she said, okay. And it felt good that I could go down all this path, engage all these people, get all these quotes, have all these people eager to get started, have all these emails coming in about what we have to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and get all this education and still decide I don't even want to do it. And that's okay. I love that about my life. I can change my mind. And it's okay. I love my life. I will experience whatever I want. I will turn in the direction I want. I will turn back again. And whatever feels right in the moment, I'm going to do that. And I feel good about that. I love my life. I'll express excitement in one moment, express being fatigued in the next, and I will move on. I love my life. I don't care how far I got down the road. I'm going to do what feels right now. Because the only reason for me to exist is for me to wane. And Wayne is now finished with this exploration of fixing this roof. I love my life. I can change my mind. I am free to fully experience and fully express. And when people around me acknowledge that freedom, it feels good. When she said, okay, it felt good. This is someone around me that fully acknowledges that I get to fully express and fully experience whatever I want. And change my mind whenever I want. I love my life. I'm gonna lay down a towel. Let it leak. Oh, it's too much. Sometimes life can just be too much, but it doesn't matter. I love my life. I love it. I love all the changes, all the strangeness, all the weirdness, all the difficulty, all the ease. All of it is happening for my benefit, and I'm okay with that. I love my life. I love my wife. I said it again. I said I love my wife. I love my wife too. I love my life. I hope you love your life. Oh. Yeah, Sarah said a $15,000 roof turns into a $30,000 remodel. Oh my goodness. She said she just figured out her solution, by the way. Oh, hey, all right. Come on, Sarah, give me the solution. And I see if I change my mind again, because I'm free to do it all. Oh my goodness. Yes. Human imagination. I love my life too. Whoever's been listening, whoever listens to this at another time, you might listen to this a year from now. I want you to really just hold on to loving your life. Just express it, feel it. Let that feeling cause you to grow into more of who you need to be that can really love your life even more. I think it's a gift that we're here. It's a gift. You're not your body. You're something else altogether. Something much larger that's squeezed into this physical experience. So have the experience. Have it fully. Have it fully. As always, that was our 15 minutes of Feel Good. How many minutes? It's been 22 minutes. All right, we went over again. It's okay. I'm going to fully experience and fully express on this live. As always, I hope you're feeling good. Now, and every now until we get back together again at noon tomorrow Pacific time. Sarah says, have a great day. I want to echo the same. Have a great day, y'all. Woo, that's it. Until next time, go feel good. All right. Have a great day, everybody.